Actually, this one works perfectly.
Okay, so basically I had to start recording this video as I'm sharing with Yahira my research and my studies on my Mayan dream spell. And I'm reading to her certain sentences that, you know, I understand but don't understand in any clarity. And Yahira is that perfect channel for me to bring clarity. And she reminded me of something so deep, so profound that I said, man, like probably like, who knows, over a year ago.
Over a year ago, yeah.
Wow. And basically the quote that I shared, that I channeled in that moment was, who am I being in the moment? And what am I doing in the moment? And can you please explain, Yahira, what you were saying earlier, how like at first, you know, you understood it, but time later it came back to you. Can you explain that?
Yeah, at first, you know, I got it like, who am I being in the moment? What am I doing in the moment? And I just thought about it like, you know, like, well, yeah, that makes sense, you know, like, who am I being in the moment? What am I doing in the moment, right?
Yes.
I thought about it as like a physical thing, you know, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's motivating all on its own. But then sometime later, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just, you know, stretching and thinking and like it just really like clicked in me what Caesar really meant and what she really meant about it. Just like the whole, who am I being in the moment? Who am I being in the moment? Am I the person who, and I always bring things back to God, but am I being the person who is worrying all the time, or am I being that person who that evolved Yahira, who knows there is God, who knows that God is always taking care of me, who knows that I am my high being or a light being, you know, and of course not above anyone else, but like in the sense of just knowing that we are gods, that we are completely blessed, completely loved, completely just everything, being in the knowing.
Wow.
Being in the knowing, you know, and that's exactly like what you reminded me of. Like, am I being one who knows? Am I being one who is in the knowing, who knows all of this and just knows the true, not potential, but the true I am? You know, and when it hit me, I was just like, wow, like, you know, now I understand what Caesar meant, you know, and it was just a beautiful lesson and a beautiful realization, something to remind yourself of every day, really.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, as soon as she said, hey, remember when you said, who am I being the most? I was like, oh my God. I was like, so like, it was just shocking, you know, shocking how like, you know, things will be in that moment, and whatever you are doing in that moment will have effects into future moments. Like that happened in the past, but this is my now moment. This is my future moment, and has come full cycle, like over a year ago, like literally probably like 13, 14 months ago. And it has came around in full cycle at the perfect timing.
Very true.
Wow. And it's like, who am I being in the moment? What are you doing in the moment? You know, what you do in the moment, it reflects on your character. It reflects on who you are in that moment. You know, for instance, if I want to choose to go out there, buy a couple of gallons of alcohol and just drink my life away, who am I being in the moment and what am I doing in the moment? Well, I'm drinking alcohol. I'm getting drunk. Who am I in that moment? I'm a drunkie. I'm an alcoholic. You know, And for those who are on their spiritual journey, you know, it's like, who are you in every single moment of the day? You know, are you this spiritual at a certain time? Or are we always acting and doing spiritual things throughout our day?
Great point. Like consciously aware. Because sometimes I'll be going throughout my day and then I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I get mad so easily? Was it really something I should have got mad at, or was it something that I could have just had a higher mind about?
Yes.
It really wasn't that serious, you know? So like you said, you know, is it something that you're doing constantly? Or is it something that you're just doing from 3 to 5, you know?
555. Wow. Yeah, once you said that, the camera went to 5 minutes and 55 seconds. That's
Beautiful.
yes, that's right there, sequency, confirmation. And I think this who am I and being in the moment and what am I doing in the moment. I mentioned earlier, you know, when me and Yahira were working in our marketing office, I had a mirror in our office that I wrote with a marker, who am I being in the moment? And on the bottom, what am I doing in the moment? And, you know, at times when I had time, I'll stare in the mirror and I'll think of this. I'll try to digest this because, to be honest, like, I feel like it's so deep, it's so profound. And just like a picture has many words, a phrase could be a whole storyline. You know? It could be like a whole movie. And, you know, blessed be that who is blessing at all moments or at all times. And I feel like, you know, where I, most of the time, or almost all the time, you know, fall off my spiritual journey, it's when I forget, or I put to the side, or it's not coming to mind. And I'm just acting on my human physical self. You know? You know me best. It's like, I'm hyper, I'm positive, I love to laugh, I love to make people laugh, I like people to enjoy themselves when they're around me. Like, hey, let's have fun, let's enjoy our time. And, you know, that can be distracting, as you know, Yahira. So, I believe it comes, you know, we have to invest more time on remembering. And like you mentioned to me earlier, you know, you said like, yes, you know, you should remind yourself of this every single day. You know, it's like, I read my Yellow Spectral Warrior 3-4 times, or probably 5 times. And it's like, just reading through it and going down the page is not going to do. I know that I had to print this paper out. I had to highlight certain stuff, write, take notes, digest, think, reread and reread and reread. And like I was doing today, I called Yahira and I'm like, yo, you know, I'm staying stuck with certain things. And as I share this with her and I'm open to her and I'm also open to receiving, the universe, God will also use Yahira as a conduit, as a channel for this information. And, you know, what she reveals to me is what I need to hear in the moment. And it's a blessing. You know, I love her with all my heart. She is my best friend. And, you know, we've been on some journeys with each other, and there's still more journeys to come. And, you know, it's this, you know, you impacted me. Like, I swear on everything, she impacted me because I totally forgot about this saying, about this phrase. And she's like, hey, pam, 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 and reminded me. So, thank you, Yahira.
You're welcome. I mean, it's powerful. Like, you know, and now that you mention it, like, I'm going to write it down too. I'm gonna write it every day because it's true, you know. I'm telling you, like, I think I can be pretty aware throughout the day, but at some points, I feel like you say, those human instincts just kind of take over. Those old habits kind of try and come up and peek through, and you're like, wait, I don't feel that way. I don't really, like, have this jealousy towards this person. There's really nothing that this person is holding up against me, or that's all just a story. The truth is that I want everyone to be as happy as they can be at all times, including myself. But that's just something that can come up from the past. The past Yahira was super, super jealous about a lot of things, and I've grown from that person. Learned to grow and love people for who they are, and not think about, oh, why do they have what I don't have, or this and that, And I love that, and I appreciate life and you and God for everything that I am and I am becoming.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We are becoming. It's like Michael D. O'Donnell used to say, he's like, I am a human becoming. And I believe I remixed it a day. And you know what? We are God's becoming. And that's a higher aspect of reality in life to know. When I dig deep, I know I am not just only Caesar. I am a planet. I am a star. I am a solar system. I am a cluster. I am a galaxy. I am a cluster of galaxies. I am a universe. I am a universal conscious being expanding as I become. So, through our experiences, through each and different level, as above, so below, as within, as without, these experiences create who we are, because it all goes back to, what are we doing? What is the experience? What are we experiencing in the moment? And who we are in that moment, who we choose to be in that moment. And again, this goes with as above, so below, as within, as without. And I believe that we hold the answers. We hold the answers. And at certain periods of our life, these answers will begin to reveal themselves. You might have received a message, a channel, a download, information, read something, seen a video, wherever the case might be, in a certain period of time, and you have acknowledged it. But years later, or months later, or days later, you come across that information again, and now you're able to digest it more. And the reason why it will come to you again at that later time is because now you are ready to receive, to understand, other than acknowledge, and to gain the wisdom. And I think that's what's happening right now at this moment.
Right. And exactly with what you're going with, what happened with my jealousy, where does jealousy come from? It comes from thinking that there is not enough for you. There is you can't have what other people have. You have to be stuck in the not having, But going through my evolution, I realized that there is more than enough. There is for everyone to feel completely abundant and know that they are completely taken care of, and it comes from that understanding that you're talking about.
Yes, understanding. I'm about to end the video.
Mm-hmm.
It's at, because I can't upload it. It's more than 15 minutes.
Okay.
Love and unity. I hope you guys grasp the information here provided. Love your neighbor as you love your own. God is love. So am I. So are you. Love all.